Quarantine Cocktails, episode 23. I hope you guys have enjoyed these themes as much as I have. We started out with WrestleMania, we did binge-worthy TV shows, and last week we did my favorite, the sandwiches, and it was the most hungry I've been after filming since I started this. But this week I'm thinking about, what is the COVID-19 movie going to look like? My favorite meme so far has been 2020, written by Stephen King, directed by Quentin Tarantino, and that would be Aces, and that would explain everything that's going on in the world right now. But I think if Hollywood does it, they're going to ruin it, like they normally do with a great story. It's going to be written by Tommy Wiseau and directed by him, and then it's going to star Steven Seagal, Brendan Fraser, and Pauly Shore. And our children are going to fall on deaf ears, not understanding what this is all about. But thinking of that got me thinking of some of my guilty pleasures and amazingly terrible movies that are also awesome. So this week's theme is bad movies that are actually great. Those of you that know me know that I love movies, and there's probably not a movie that I haven't seen or have an opinion on. But I wanted to start off with the undisputed kings of terrible movies. Patrick Swayze, Kurt Russell, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Steven Seagal, Bruce Willis, and my man, Nicolas Cage. These guys have made some awesome movies, but some really, really bad ones too. But those are the obvious ones, and I'm going to go a lot more obscure this week, and I'm going to start us off with today's cocktail made with Wyoming Whiskey Outrider, the best story in all of whiskey, which will be included at one point in this series. You could go back and check Danny and Jackie's Happy Hours for when I told this story a few weeks back, but go and look it up, it's amazing. But this cocktail is the Vieux Carre. So my favorite city on planet Earth is New Orleans. 2 dashes Peychaud bitters, 2 dashes Angostura bitters. So New Orleans is my favorite city in the world, and this cocktail explains it to the best. You have 2 different types of bitters, you have 2 different types of base spirits, you have so much flavor and so much going on in the state of New Orleans, and it's going to explain our movie perfectly. So then we're going to do equal parts across the board, 3/4 of an ounce of Benedictine, 3/4 of an ounce of Carpano Antica, 3/4 of an ounce of cognac, and then we're going to do the big dog, 3/4 of an ounce of Wyoming Whiskey Outrider. This drink is from the 1930s. Again, a New Orleans staple, one of my favorites, and absolutely delicious. Everyone says hurricanes or grenades. Get off a Frenchman, guys. This drink is one of my number ones. Erin Rose Frozen Irish Coffee. Absolutely love that one. That's another one, a must-have with Cashone Butcher. Probably before I even check in, I get one of those. The Ramos Gin Fizz from the old Absinthe House is another one of my favorite cocktails from New Orleans. But the Vieux Carre tastes just as special outside of New Orleans as it does inside of New Orleans. Now, forgive my technique because I seem to have misplaced my julep strainer. So we're going to go ahead and use the Hawthorne. But here we are, the Vieux Carre of New Orleans. Top that off with a nice little cherry, and we're going to rename this Rico's Roughnecks Vieux Carre for our movie of the week, Starship Troopers. Cheers. God, do I love this movie just as much as I love Vieux Carres. The Earth is at war with an alien race known as bugs, and the bugs' sole purpose is to eradicate all human life. We start out with Doogie Howser being his stereotypical geek, Denise Richards being the stereotypical smoke show, and Casper Van Dien being the, as always, super jock, playing the most absurd version of football, arena football actually, that I've ever seen, with backflips, and it's neither here nor there. You also have Michael Ironside giving the performance of a lifetime as a veteran teacher who lost his arm in battle and is replaced with a metal arm, giving the tough as nails approach, giving them the business, letting them know what the real world is about, and letting them know what it's like being a civilian. The geek and the smoke show join the army. The jock follows to impress the smoke show, but has no interest in really taking the army serious, where the smoke show and the geek does. Their entire town is wiped out by the bugs when they're at basic training. Now, where the jock thought that he would be leaving the army because he kind of started to take it serious but messed it up. But watch the movie, you'll see. He comes back and now he has to get even. His family was wiped out and he wants to fight the bugs. Michael Ironside returns and he's now the general of this group and he's leading the Roughnecks. It's absolutely amazing. We get a little bit of nudity and baby making. We get a ton of violence and enough gore to make the Manson family happy. But one thing's for sure, the Academy should be absolutely ashamed of snubbing Michael Ironside for his rendition of Jean Razark being the general that leads this crew. Cuba was great and Jerry Maguire, yeah, but you snubbed Michael Ironside. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Get it right. Because I live by Jean Razark's rule in Stormship Troopers. Everybody fights. Nobody quits. If you don't do your job right, I'll kill you myself. Welcome to the Roughnecks. I'll be joined by my good friend Mikey this Thursday night for another edition of Scott Shaves and Fades for Quarantine Conversations. And stay tuned for the new binge-worthy show with myself and my wife called Wedlocked, which will be airing Friday night, live on all social media channels. Till then, I would love to nominate the following guys who are my kind of roughnecks: Mr. Tommy London, Mr. Eric Wilson, and Mr. Frank Morales. Please, show me what you're drinking. Send me a video. Don't send me a picture. I've already seen your beautiful faces. Make a nice cocktail. Show people that our industry needs a little bit of help. Direct them to the USBG, direct them to Roar, and all these beautiful charities taking care of their own. But please like, please share, please comment, and tell me your favorite movies, the really bad ones that are your guilty pleasures. Cheers, guys. Till next time.